teachers. We are learning about cells today, right?
We are going to learn specifically about all the organelles in a cell. Organelles are the part in a cell that make it work. Yeah, nothing that you don't know already. Okay, so where does your dad work?
Eli Lilly?
We're just going to give you an analogy based on where your dad works so that you can understand it better. So Eli Lilly is going to be a great example.
First, there is the nucleus. It is a big blob of DNA that is near the middle of the cell.
Nucleus probably would be like representing in your dad's work. It could be like the president of the company who runs and it controls everything.
Oh. Yeah, dude.
Okay, let's just keep going. Next are the ribosomes. The ribosomes make little proteins that are transported all throughout the cell.
Yeah, the ribosomes that are represented in your dad's hospital are like the people there who make the helpful medical drugs or proteins that help the rest of the world or rest of the cell.
Oh, so they make proteins now. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. Which one? Come on, tell me.
They make proteins. Yep. Not those though. I'm sorry. Anyway, ribosomes are transported everywhere throughout the cytoplasm. To be more clear, the cytoplasm is made up of a bunch of proteins and is jelly-like, filling the entire cell as well as other organelles.
In the analogy, this represents all of the working space or the building of Eli Lilly because it consumes all of the other organelles.
She will hurt, man. Jeez, man. Why?
That's just not all. There's also the endoplasmic reticulum, or the ER for short. This thing is located like around the nucleus and has like a rough side with ribosomes and has a soft side with not as many ribosomes. Its main job is to package and send the fat and proteins.
Exactly. This will be represented at your dad's work by the ER representing the packaging department. The ER, or people at your dad's work, are packaging up the drugs in cardboard boxes, or proteins and fats, and sending it to the department store or Golgi, where all the drugs will be sent.
Great. Good. Man, guys, what the? This guy's a weirdo.
The Golgi body is where the ER sends all the fats and proteins, or drugs in cardboard boxes that it's packaged in.
Yep, that's not all. The Golgi body then sends what it received to the nucleus to distribute it across the cell.
Now, for all those things to work, there has to be some sort of food source. So that's why they're in plant cells only. They have an organelle called chloroplast. Chloroplast uses photosynthesis, or like solar energy, to make glucose, or sugar for the plant to eat. In turn, this is like the solar panels on top of Eli Lilly to provide food or electricity for the cell and building.
Superb. But I'm afraid there is another organelle that is very important in both plant and animal cells. This organelle is called the mitochondria. It represents the generators that really power the entire place. These organelles are the powerhouse of the cell. It is responsible for the cell's respiratory system, and the cellular respiration turns into cellular energy called ATP. It is rod-like shaped, and like many other organelles, floats inside the cytoplasm.
Brain cells.
That's enough about what's going on near the middle of the cell. Now, I just want to talk to you about what's going on near like the outer part of the cell. So first there's the cell wall, which actually is also just on plant cells. This actually supports and protects the cell. For this analogy, this could represent like the building and its structure. This is not the only part that helps to protect the cell. There's also the cell membrane.
The cell membrane also helps to protect the cell. However, it controls what goes in and out, just like a security system at Eli Lilly.
The bad guys.
Anyway, next is the lysosomes. This organelle is responsible for breaking down garbage and recycling it. Lysosomes contain enzymes to break down waste in other organelles. It is exactly like the dumpster in which all of the failed experiments and trash go near Eli Lilly.
Finally, there is the vacuole. This is like the cafeteria in Eli Lilly. This is because the vacuoles are sacks that contain food and water, kind of like the storage in a cafeteria.
Man, my dad will be so proud of me now that I know all the organelles in a cell, so I can become a mad scientist just like him. Hello, Dad.
To be continued.
Bum, bum, bum.